Hey guys, welcome to today's brutally honest review of Sheertex tights. And I say brutally honest because these tights, they aren't cheap. So before you spend your hard-earned money on tights that are this expensive, I want to give you my full review of my experience with them so that you can make an informed decision. So I wear tights all the time. I work in an office and I wear a lot of skirts and dresses. So in the winter, right now, I am always wearing tights. I probably wear them 2 to 3 times a week, maybe sometimes more. So I have spent, I don't even want to think how much money I have, how much money I have wasted on bad tights. Tights that you buy and they rip after one wear, or I've had tights that rip as soon as I open the package, like I'm putting them on for the very first time. So essentially, tights in the past for me have been basically disposable. I do have a few pairs that have been long lasting. They're not in like excellent condition, but they have lasted a while. So I do have a few pairs, but I have spent a lot of money on tights that I've had to throw out after 1 or 2 wears. And earlier this year, I was getting fed up because I bought a few pairs of tights that ripped. And so I Googled tights that won't rip, and Sheertex popped up in my search results. So I clicked on the website, and Sheertex claimed to be the world's toughest tights. So I was immediately intrigued and ready to go and buy a pair. And then I saw the prices, and they were like $100 a pair, anywhere between like 70 to, some of them were more than $100. And I was like, absolutely not. I am not spending that much money on glorified socks, basically. So I backed out of it and I didn't buy them. Then a couple months passed and I bought a few more pairs of disposable tights, and the straw that broke the camel's back was a pair of tights that I bought. They looked really cute in the store. I brought them home. I opened the package and they ripped. Like, I didn't even put my foot into the tight yet and they tore. And I was just like, that's it. I am absolutely done. I went to the website and I decided to buy a pair. So what I ended up buying was 2 pairs of tights that came in a bundle, and it was called the Unbreakable Duo. So that pack had 2 pairs of tights. One of them is completely sheer, and the other one has opaque shorts, I'll call it. The tummy control part and a strip that goes around your thighs. It's a few inches long. They kind of look like shorts. That part is opaque, and then the rest is sheer. So those are supposed to be more compressive and a little bit better tummy control. So I bought those 2 pairs of tights. So I ordered the tights on November 20th, and they arrived at my house on November 23rd. So it was super fast. I think I ordered them on a Friday and they arrived on a Monday. So it was really, really quick. And I didn't realize until I bought the tights and received the packaging that Sheertex is actually made in Canada. So their factory is in Montreal. So I thought that was really cool. So the tights came in really cute packaging. They came in these little cardboard packs with a sweet little pineapple. They claim to be the strongest tights in the world. It says that they're 10 times stronger than steel. They're antimicrobial and water resistant and ethically made in Montreal. So 10 times stronger than steel is very interesting. The packaging also came with this little sample of tights. So I really wish I had kept the sample. I went looking for it and I can't find the piece, but basically they shipped this little extra added piece of fabric. And what you're supposed to do is test trying to break it. So it says handle without care. Our sheer knit is unbreakable in human hands, but go ahead and try. Stomp, pull, tear, tug, and don't hold back. So inside this little packet, there was a little piece of fabric, just like a little square. So of course I tried to break it, I couldn't. So I called in the big guns, I got my husband in, and I thought that would be like a better test than I could give it. and he tore that thing for a few minutes as much as he could, and we weren't able to put a hole in it. He was able to get a few runs in the tight, but we couldn't tear it. So that was very impressive, because like any other pair of tights, I could literally just like run my nails through it and I could tear holes in it. So that was a good start. I wish I had that little piece, because I would show you right now. But so I got those, and I have been wearing the tights now for I guess that was since the end of November, and now it's the end of January. So about 2 months, and I've been wearing them every week. I would say I've worn probably both pairs every week, at least one pair. So I've gotten like 8 weeks, probably 8 wears out of these tights so far. So I can give you some pretty good feedback on my experience in them and how they're holding up and how they compare to other tights that I've worn. Okay, so here are the tights. So like I said, I got 2 pairs in this bundle. So you can't tell right now looking at them, but these tights are sheer when you put them on. So this is the pair that's sheer the entire way down. I don't know if you can see, if I stretch it, you can tell that it's kind of sheer. And then this pair is the one that has kind of the short. So it's opaque from a few inches down the thigh, and then from that section to the toe is sheer. So they both have pretty high waistbands. So you can see where the lining would be all the way up to the top of the waist. So they go up pretty high, and they have a seamless waistband, which of course is awesome. That's another thing that's terrible about a lot of tights, is that they have that really small, tight, elastic waistband at the top. So you get, you know, like muffin top, and I don't always find tights very flattering, but these are honestly, they feel like leggings is how I would describe them. They don't really feel like a tight. They feel like a legging when you put them on and when you're wearing them. So they have like that nice, like a seamless legging. They come up nice and high-waisted, and they have a seamless waistband. So they do give you tummy control. So I'm going to try these on for you. I am not excited about the idea of wearing tights on the internet, but because they're opaque basically in the short area, I'll be able to show you a little bit better. I am not going to try on the sheer ones, obviously, but I will try on these opaque ones so that you can see what I'm talking about in terms of the tummy control and the thigh, because sometimes it's hard to see on a website and hard to believe if it actually is flattering or not, and I do find these to be very flattering tights. Okay, so here are the tights on, and like I said, they have that opaque section that goes from the top to a few inches down the thigh that kind of look like shorts, and these tights on me come up about 1 inch above my belly button, and the waistband is completely seamless, and they are compressive. They're not extremely compressive, but they definitely offer tummy control and support, and the seamless waistband at the top doesn't give you love handles like a lot of tights do. So I really have a lot of good things to say about these tights. They're extremely comfortable. Like I said, they feel like you're wearing like an ultra thin seamless legging. I find them really comfortable. I also find that the height or the length of them is appropriate. Sometimes I buy tights and I find they're falling down my legs a bit, or the tights themselves kind of fall down throughout the day. And I'm not sure if that's because they're too short or just because they don't like retain their firmness throughout the day. I'm not sure. But these tights, they stay put. So that is so nice. Like, they're really comfortable. I ordered a medium in both sets, which is my regular size, in a pair of leggings. And I find that they are like perfect size-wise, really comfortable to wear. I also find that they have held up really well. I don't have any runs in them yet. And I wear press-on nails. And as you'll see, sometimes they're a little bit longer. These ones are a little bit pointed. And with other cheaper tights that I bought, like, often my nails are the biggest problem because I have a really hard time grabbing onto the tight to pull it up. Like I have to be so careful about how I grab onto it. I am not careful with these. I can literally just grab onto them like I would grab onto a pair of leggings and hoist them up, and there's no problem whatsoever. So super durable in that aspect. One thing I was disappointed with was in one of the pairs after my first wear, I did just get this small little, just this little run across my knee. It's really not dramatic, but I was disappointed because I felt like they're promising exceptional quality and long-lasting wear. And so that just seemed to me like a little bit of a defect, that I would get a run that quickly. And I don't remember snagging it on anything or doing anything that I felt like would rip a tight. I just looked down at the end of the day and noticed that there was like a small run and just a very small kind of pull in my knee. So I keep wearing them, and it's not enough to try to return them for, I guess, but I was disappointed in that. The biggest downfall I would say with these tights, like I have really only good things to say and I do highly recommend them, but something that Sheertex needs to improve on, and maybe other pairs on their website have fixed this issue, but I'm doubtful. If you see this seam that runs down the center of the tight, that's in the front and the back. That seam is very pronounced. If you wear something tight over top of these tights, you will see that seam. And I don't find that flattering. Like I don't want a seam running down my front and down my back like that. I don't think that that looks nice. So I don't think I would wear a really tight dress with these tights. So I think I'll probably like write into Sheertex and send them a message, just giving that feedback, because otherwise I think these tights are like basically perfect. But that is a major flaw. Like the clothes I wear to work, that isn't an issue. Often my dresses aren't like, they're usually not very tight, or they're thick enough that you can't see it. But if you had a dress that was pretty tight and pretty thin, then you would definitely see that seam. So that's something that I hope that they're working on in their manufacturing process, is having a more seamless, I guess I would call that seamless. Yeah. A more seamless streamline to the way they stitch the clothes together, because that is a big deterrent. So I paid $139 Canadian for this duo. So about $70 per pair, which for me was pretty painful, but I can now say well worth it. What was more painful than paying $140 for tights was a week later when they went on sale for like half that price, I think, or close to half that price. And so that was a little bit difficult to stomach, but the moral of that story is that if you are considering getting a pair of Sheertex tights, I would check their website every week or every so often, watch their social pages or subscribe to their email list. They're constantly emailing deals and discounts. So you can wait and pay a lot less than I did. You don't have to pay full price if you are able to wait for a sale or get a discount code. But overall, I would say that these tights are absolutely worth the money. I did mention the one design issue that I hope that they do work on, but otherwise I think that they're the most flattering tight that I've ever worn in terms of the height that they come up to and the amount of tummy control, and they are completely the most durable tight I have ever worn. There's no pilling yet. I wash them on a regular cycle in my washing machine. I don't do, not on a delicate wash. I don't do anything really special with them. I don't dry my clothes in a dryer. I hang them all out to dry. So I can't speak to whether they shrink in a dryer or not because I've never put them through a dryer. But in terms of washing, I just throw them in with my regular clothes and there's no pilling and no issues whatsoever yet. So I do think that they are a really quality pair of tight. From what I've seen online in looking at their website and their marketing campaigns, I find that the company really It gives me really good vibes. They have super diverse models on their website of all shapes and sizes. So it's a really inclusive branding for any woman or any person that's looking for tights. And I also just think that they knew exactly what they wanted to do. So the company isn't very old. I think on their website, they started somewhere around 2014 or 2017, somewhere in there. So they're not even like 10 years old. And essentially the founder was just sick of wasting her money on bad tights and made it her mission to build the world's strongest tights. So I just think that's really cool that she just had such a strong vision and she went after it and she made it happen. I like the company, love the tights. I will be buying more. I hope that I can find some patterns. I honestly haven't really gone back to look and see what other types of patterns they have. I kind of just went with 2 basic ones to test them, but I hope that they have some fun ones like some polka dots and things like that, because I probably will only buy their tights from now on unless I find another brand that's boasting having really good quality. I think I'm done wasting my money now on cheap tights. So I think that's everything I have to say. If you have any questions, please comment them below and I will answer them. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you found this helpful. And if you know of other brands of tights that you love, let me know that as well below, because I'm still open to trying other tights as long as I have some reason to believe that they'll last me a while. So let me know if you have other brands of tights, maybe more affordable ones, and I'll check those out too. Overall, I am giving my total recommendation that you go out and purchase Sheertex tights if you have the money to invest in them. And I think in the long run, they're worth the upfront cost because it seems to me that they're going to be super durable and long lasting. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Okay, bye-bye.